And good evening.
Good evening. How are you? I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Amazing. Thank you for asking. And how was your day?
It was quite good because today is the Mahashivratri.
Yes, of course. So happy Mahashivratri. I convey my wishes to you.
Yes, the feeling is mutual.
Yeah,
Most welcome.
great. So as we are meeting for the first time, could you please introduce about yourself?
Yes, my name is Rashka. I'm from UP. I can be master in political science. My hobbies are reading books, diary writing, and practicing yoga. It's all about me.
Wow, that's so nice to hear about it. So, do you need my introduction too?
Yes, I require.
Yes. Okay, I'm Priya. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I'm doing my graduation in final year, especially in the Department of BA English Literature. So I have a YouTube channel named called Priya's English World, where I can post spoken English related content videos. And just now I have started my conversation journey too. So that's it all about me. So if you have any question, I would love to answer it.
Yes, and even let me inform you that I'm also a YouTuber. And so
You
it
also
is.
YouTuber. Wow, that's so fine to hear.
Yes, I mean I had the YouTube channel that has been deleted, so I have created very recently.
Okay, you have started your YouTube channel again recently.
Yes, true. Yeah, so I think you upload the same content, like English regardless of the English. I too. So let's talk about the English, and I have the few questions, and so we can, I think, talk in very casual way.
Yes, you can ask.
Yeah. Yes, sure. Yeah, so I have the questions regardless of the English because I have seen a lot of the learners, and they are there's so much the fears even not just the fear, they are in the middle way to start their own conversation, like whether on the audio call or the video call, because they are in the a dilemma where should they start, whether they should take the step for the video call or the audio call, because everyone has their own strength on the weakness, even everyone has their own their characteristic regardless of the audio call or video call. So what would you suggest to those learners, those who are the beginner, because most of the problems the learners are facing, they are the beginners, because they don't know really, they don't have the roadmap that how to start the English speaking journey. In my case too, when I was at my very uh, very beginning level, so I was also in the same confusion. So I mean they are also same. So do you have the idea, do you have any thoughts, so you can say here?
Yes, yes, especially. Actually, this is a fantastic questions too, especially for beginners. So, if a person one who decides to learn English or want to be fluent in English, first of all, the person should need the clarity. So, why they are learning English? So, and then the next question is, how long will they take or will they have consumed to make this conversation or to be fluent in English? So these are the two things that every beginners want to ask for them. Then only
Correct.
they will get the clear answer. So if they have the enthusiasm to learn English, first of all, they want to put their efforts, invest their time. A lot of people are not practicing English. They just only consuming content in English, listening, reading something. But when it comes to the speaking part, practice part, they won't do it. If we ask them, they would say, I don't have English environment. If I speak in English, I forgot all the words. I fumble a lot. I have a lot of problems while I start to speak in English. Like these are the queries I have received from beginners especially. So when it comes to me, of course everyone should face this because it's not a native language for us. It is a second language that we are learning. So definitely we will face a lot of issues when we start learning this language. So I would suggest them start speaking, make a lot of mistakes. Once you start make a lot of mistakes, then only you will rectify your mistake from your journey. So don't afraid of making mistakes too. Be confident.
Yes, you are true. I mean, making the mistake, committing the mistake is the part of life, not just about English language. Any field, it may be. Yes, but at the same time, you just mentioned about the how long, does someone take time to learn this language? I have seen, and I personally know a lot of the learners, and they have been learning this language 1 year, 2 year, even more than 2 or 3 years. I don't understand why they haven't made any significant progress. They are just on the same page when they started, and the same. I'm not criticizing them. I'm just speaking out the truth. Just let me repeat my questions to you. Yes, so I have seen a lot of the learners, and they have they started their journey with me, before me, but they are not actually improving. I don't know really. Even they ask to me that why they are not getting the improvement. I know the reasons for them. So do you have any idea that why they are not improving so much they actually deserve? Because they are putting a lot of the efforts. They do the practice, they do the conversation, they takes 2 or 3 sessions on the Skype, and they watch a lot of the English content. Even they have a strong grip on the grammar. Still, they feel they are lacking somewhere, and most importantly, they are lacking in the confidence, which is, I believe that, which is something
Confidence
that,
is
yes,
phenomenal role.
yes, this is the something, because it doesn't mean how much grammar knowledge you have, but if you are not holding confidence within yourself, so I don't think that anybody is going to hit the wall. And so, how would you account for the such the learners?
Yes. So before answering this question, so I would like to know about your English journey. So how long have you been learning this language?
Okay. Consistently, I have been learning this language for the past 6 months, but I started the 1 year back. So you can say I'm learning this language for the 1 year.
Yeah, that's fine. So when it comes to my English journey too, I have started my English journey last year. So I almost complete 1 year, more than 1 year. So right now I'm making this kind of conversation with this amount of confidence. So now just coming to your beautiful question that every English learners face, because a lot of people are putting a lot of efforts,
Mm,
but when it comes to the result, they won't get it. They won't speak English. Why? Because they are lacking confidence.
true.
Without confidence, how one can speak English? They have the afraid of making mistake. They have the inferiority complex. But when it comes to my part of my English journey, I don't have the hesitation, especially when it comes to speaking English. I don't afraid of making mistakes. So right now, if I make any mistakes while I'm making conversation, I don't worry about it. I don't care about it too, because it's natural process. When we make mistake, then only we can learn. So I would suggest people, especially who are struggling in this space, especially who are tackling situations in their English learning journey. First of all, come out of from your comfort zone. Start speaking. Don't doubt yourself. Whatever the English you know, just speak from your mouth. Don't hesitate. A lot of people are there who just translating English into their mother tongue, then they'll speak. So that is the most problem it's happening for a lot of learners who couldn't improve their English knowledge too, English fluency too.
True.
Hesitation and plays a significant role for their English journey. Definitely, before gaining the fluency, the person should want to be confident, especially.
Right.
Once they gain confidence, definitely they would achieve the fluency.
Right. You know, I have a sister. She always convinced me that if you make the mistake, so make the mistake with the confidence, and so that with whom you are having the conversation, that person didn't, doesn't recognize to you that you are the making the mistake, committing the mistake with the low confidence, underconfidence. Because the moment you feel that you are making the mistake and you have the low confidence, your tone of having the conversation, go into disorder. I
Yes,
think this is not our the mother tongue. You just mentioned about that very rightly. I do believe in that principle. I do commit the mistake because we are not native speaker of this language. I always try to that if I'm making the mistake, I will not realize to other person. I would not let realize to other person that I have committed the mistake. Because the moment I will realize that okay, I have committed the mistake, it might be that um, I would feel that okay, I have committed a mistake and I will go into that cycle again and again. I guess, but what I have noticed, I have observed a lot that somewhere we make the mistake, we commit the mistake because of comparison. We think because I have started my English journey 1 year back. Okay, so we think that someone who has started his or her English journey 2 year back, 3 year back. So we start make the comparison with that one. That why I'm not so good. This is even in the personal life too. Yes, I think comparison is something which induce the fear, because for me, I'm very small YouTuber. If I make the comparison with the bigger YouTubers, those who have been working for the last 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, this is not the the something which I can justify with myself. So, do you really think that somewhere the comparison which we as a learners, I don't make, maybe you also, but yes, it's also the fact that people make the learners make the comparison with other learners.
Yes.
So we think that somewhere comparison also play the significant or any part in the English learners to not make the really the progress.
Yes. But when it comes to the comparison part, yes, a lot of English learner would face this issue. They suddenly start comparing their English with others who are they fluent than them. But I think it's wrong method, no? So when I was a beginner, I done this mistake. I have done this mistake, and it took long time to rectify it. But currently, I'm not like that because I'm accepted my flaws and mistakes too, and I accepted myself that you are learning English language. It is a kind of language like any other. Okay. So why are you comparing yourself with others? Nowadays, you can see lot of little kids are speaking fluent English. That is
Correct.
the main role which is playing nowadays. No, we are grown up. We are adults. We are just learning this language to be fluent in English. But when it comes to the kids, they are speaking just like a natural flow of English. So
True.
then, in that time, you will get this comparison too, how the child can speak English, but now I'm grown up, but I'm struggling to convey my message to people like it is. I think we need to take some time, but we don't fall upon the gaps, especially when it comes to comparison. It is like a slow poison. If we compare ourselves with others, definitely it just pull our legs down, it just reduce our confidence too. So I always suggest don't do that.
True. I too believe in that. So like, what really does the matter? The fluency, or just speak very casually? Because somewhere down the line, we believe that we should have a good fluency. I don't understand multiple point of time. People have spoken to me about the fluency, but I really don't believe in that. Because I don't know really meaning of the fluency. What is the fluency for me? If I'm having the conversation with the someone else, and I'm very much comfortable to convince other and for having the fruitful conversation, I believe this is the something which is the fluency for me. But people have their own mindset. They think that you speak very swiftly, very rapidly, and you are letting down to someone else. The other is feeling very inferior, so they believe this is the fluency. So what, in your point, what is the fluency?
Yeah, according to my point of view, fluency is not to speak English confidently without making any grammatical mistakes like that. Fluency means, when it comes to my point of view, it's just conversation, communication, like in your mother tongue, how you are making conversation or making communication with other people.
Hmm.
So, if you are speaking in this language, if you are able to convey our message to the opposite person, means it's called fluency for me. But it's not comes under non-verbal and verbal, but you
True.
have to be confident, you have to speak naturally, don't put or force yourself to speak to impress the opposite person. Okay, when you casually speak without translating so much of things into your mother tongue, that comes under fluency.
Yes.
Casual talk like any other language.
Hmm. Correct. You said that you started your English journey 1 year back. So tell me about your what were the roadblocks for you?
Blocks, especially when it comes to English journey, the comparison, and when it comes to speak in English, we have the hesitation to start speaking especially, and we would make a lot of mistakes when it comes to grammatical part. So I have faced a lot of issues in grammar areas only. So then I have decided, okay, I need to work upon my grammar. So then after I started to learn a lot of grammatical rules, but that was my mistake. But I have found it later only. When I started to consume a lot of grammatical content through YouTube, books, anything, but it did not help me to be fluent in English, or it did not improve my English skills too. So whenever I try to speak in English in that time, while I'm learning the grammatical rules, I become so conscious to speak English, whether it is right tense, wrong tense, whether I have to use this kind of preposition or not, like it is, I have faced it. Then after I just neglect all the grammatical structures and rules, everything, and I started learn naturally. How we have learned our mother tongue, just listen, speak. Make mistake, rectify, speak. This I'm following right now too.
Good. Okay, but you said that you were some induced with the fear of learning the grammar. So why do you really think that that it was your the mistake? I mean the revising, remembering the grammatical mistake. Because I'm the very much the supporter of having the strong grip on the grammar rules and the regulations of the grammar. I support that. I was asking about how much grammar is important for speaking English.
Okay, when it comes to beginner part of level, they don't need perfect grammar. They only need the basic sentence structure, how to frame a sentence, then tenses, prepositions, and the articles. These kind of things is needed for beginners to speak in English. But when it comes to the intermediate level, of course, they should want to concentrate on grammar because when they are in the intermediate level, they all have the idea to be advanced level speaker. No, definitely they want to go through all the grammatical rules, not complete rules, but needed rules like phrases, idioms, and when it comes to the tenses part, like a lot of people are using such kind of vocabularies to like fancy improve their master their English level. So when it comes to my point of view when it comes to grammar, yes, right now I'm working on it. Definitely grammar also important when the person in intermediate level wanted to try to become an advanced speaker.
Yes, I know. I know. I must not ask this question to you. Let me ask. What do you think? What is the your level?
What is my level?
Yes.
I don't know the exact answer, but I'm not perfect in grammar. I do a lot of mistakes while I'm speaking, but I think I'm not worried about it a lot. So little by little we will learn or we will rectify. When we make a lot of conversation with native speakers, not only native speaker, like communication coach, who are just above our level, then we'll automatically going to learn from them.
Yes, I like your honesty. You said that you commit the mistake. I mean the generally the speaker they don't accept and embrace this point that they commit the mistake. They think that they are good at grammar, and if we are just making the mistake, so we should embrace that. Because if we are not accepting that we are making the mistake, so we have the ego. So we should come out of that. And yes, do you mind to give any suggestions for the English learner?
Yes, I would suggest them to be patient, be confident, just practice. It took some time. It depends upon the person to person. It varies, okay? Some people get the result within 6 months or 1 year. So it depends upon the person. I always suggest them don't lose your hope, okay? Just practice and make consistency. Definitely, you will also attain your English fluency.
And what is your dream to be in your life?
Which means you are asking about the goal.
Yes, I'm asking your objective.
Was actually I have found out my passion too. So I would like to become a communication coach as well as a language trainer regarding English. So that's why right now I'm in my final year. So after completing my graduation, I would love to do some certified courses to master my English. If I want to be a trainer, definitely I want to master those mistakes and rectify it. So I'm going to do that. Then I'll just become a language trainer. This is my passion too.
Okay, it's when you want to create your own career in English language.
Yes, of course.
Okay, at the last but not the least, describe your personality into 3 words.
Pardon?
I'm asking describe your whole personality within 3 words.
Okay. Always be positive. Positive person, which means optimistic person.
Okay.
Punctuality. I will maintain the punctual and always having a smiling face and confidence.
That I can see.
Yeah.
And this is something which I'm expecting from you. You would give the conclusion.
Okay, I'll give the conclusion that yes, it was an amazing conversation that we have discussed about a lot of things, especially when it comes to the beginner's point of view. What are these struggles they are facing in their English journey like that? I think this video will help you for a lot of beginners. It's not like
Yes.
video, it's kind of conversation. Definitely give a lot of insight message to beginners too. So thank you so much for your precious time.
Yes. Same here. Very amazing experience with you by having this conversation, wonderful conversation. Bye.
Yeah, take care. Bye.
Bye.